Today's date is November the 18th, 2024, and I've got a hell of a wonderful broadcast for everybody here today. We thought we would spin this up a bit, make something a little bit different. Over the last few months, well, actually over the last 5 years since I've come online, I've been very much a proponent in helping people understanding their health and the importance of taking care of our bodies inside and outside. And through this journey that I've gone on, and everyone knows my right hand man, Paul, who's going to join us here shortly. Paul brought to my attention again an incredible man, an incredible product, again through Matt Hazen. His name is Phil Wilson. And Phil Wilson has created an incredible sauna. And I'm going to bring him on here shortly, but we're going to do something unique here today is that I'm actually going to get in the sauna here, and we're going to actually use it, both Paul and I, while we do this interview with Phil. So it should be pretty interesting. But before we get to that part, let me bring Phil on first. Phil, welcome to the broadcast.
Welcome. I'm always excited to talk about the relaxed sauna and what it can do, because it can transform lives, and it does.
Yep. Well, I've been on this. Paul will be able to tell everyone as well too. Don't want to spoil the surprise yet. You look at Paul and I both when we're in these units. But Paul was just saying before we came on here, he's been in about 150 times. He's had this for a couple of months, and it has changed Paul's life, as he's going to tell you about it from as far as his health perspective. And for me, I've only been in it maybe about 15 times, and I've had it for a little over a week and a bit, and it is absolutely wonderful. So for this part of the show, Phil, do you want to just give everyone a quick background about yourself, how this came to be your focus, and where your information and knowledge came from?
Yes. First of all, I didn't invent the relaxed sauna. It was I was selling a portable Amazon sauna for about a year. And then they called me up from Taiwan and said, "Hey, we have this other sauna, the one that Paul's in, that the technology is far more advanced than any other sauna. It uses semiconductor chip technology." And I said, "Okay." And I was pretty verbose on my website, where I would go on and 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 on talking about this other sauna. So they were somewhat impressed with my enthusiasm. And I had been using the sauna for years. So they sent it to me. I bought it, and they sent it to me. And 2 days later, it came. And everyone totally amazed at the difference. Now, my background is sort of like academia. I had an honors degree in mathematics that I got from Indiana University in 1970. I spent 4 or 5 years in graduate school of mathematics. I sort of got out of it because I had an out-of-body experience, and I had a Kundalini awakening experience. So my whole body chemistry was changed, and I was now directed inward. And so I lost interest in doing math. It was no longer, as a matter of fact, I remember my math advisor saying, "Phil, you have to discipline yourself." And that's when I realized the difference between discipline and self-force. Discipline is applying the pressure to do something you really, really, really want to do. And self-force is applying pressure to doing something you don't want to do. At any rate, with that background in mathematics, I became an excellent communicator. I very much into the peak experiences, and sauna. When you're in a sauna, you have a peak experience. Very much into creativity. The sauna, certainly, I tell business people, you can't afford not to get the relaxed sauna, because when you get it, it'll excite your creativity, and you'll be able to do so much more that you never ever were able to do. So that's my academic background. I was going to get a master's degree in math and a teaching certificate. I had taught high school for 1 year and a special school for pregnant girls in Gary, Indiana in 1973. And then I came back to graduate school. Didn't get my degree, so I was selling this herbal vitamin part-time in 76. And then all of a sudden I couldn't get a job. So I jumped and I started selling it full-time. And in 1980, after 3 years of doing it full-time, I opened up sort of like a health food store and also a health food distributing business to health professionals and health food stores, where I would sell cutting edge, unique supplements like Chinese herbal combinations, green foods, essential oils, oxygen products, medicinal mushrooms, and hundreds of massage tools and massage sandals, and color therapy glasses, and neti pots, and tongue cleaners, and all sorts of strange shit. So anyway, we don't have a whole lot of time in the interview, so that's me in a nutshell. And then I'm really good at communicating. That seems to be my forte. And so, but I didn't invent the sauna. It was invented by Dr. Cheng and a team of scientists in Taiwan. And it took them 10 years to figure out how to do it right, to give you the exact frequency that Dr. Yamasaki talks about in her book, The Science of Far Infrared Therapy. She says, upon application of the 7 to 14 micron frequency to the human body, it will vibrate the water molecules. And that's the magic, because in doing this, it'll weaken the ionic bonds, and then the water molecules cluster, and it weakens that clustering trapping. So the previously trapped poisonous gases are then released. And Hippocrates also said, and this will increase the body temperature as well. And Hippocrates said, find me a way to create fever and sweat, and I will cure disease. So we give you the exact frequency, 7 to 14 micron, that Dr. Yamasaki talks in her book. And I was shocked when we sent 3 saunas to Harvard MIT Science and Technology Lab, and they gave a glowing report saying the relaxed sauna had that same exact frequency, as did Polytechnic University in LA. For 60 minutes, we had that exact same frequency. And the other 2 saunas, the $1,300 portable sauna and the $250 Amazon sauna, had only 8% far infrared ray. Their range was from 7 to 14, it was 1.2 to 6, and the Amazon was 0.95 to 1.32, 0% far infrared ray. Now, see, the wavelength matters. And so what Harvard MIT Science and Technology Lab also said is that we have 3.5 times the penetration intensity of the $1,300 sauna and 4.5 times the penetration intensity. And also there are tests, individual tests that a number of people done on heart rate variability. And oh my God, there's nothing, I don't believe, that can increase the heart rate variability than the relaxed sauna. And I'll talk details later. I want to give you a chance to talk.
No, that's incredible, Phil. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to keep people waiting here because they want to see these units. So through the magic of technology or whatever, I'm just going to pop over now to my sauna, and we can show people the 2 units. You can talk a little bit more about the layout of them, and then yours truly is going to get in it. And Paul's already been sitting in there waiting in it for me, and we're going to have at it while you further educate us, Phil, on this incredible technology. So bear with me for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. So, Phil, do you just want to kind of tell people about these 2 different models that we have here? Mine is on the left over here, and then there's good friend Paul, my right-hand man. Everyone there, say hi, Paul.
I'll have to open my
So give everyone the walkthrough of this, Phil,
Okay.
these products. Because I do have a chair.
Do you want to lower the camera on your sauna?
Yep.
Okay. And you want to raise it now, or so you can see the whole sauna. Okay. Now I want you to zip up the sauna. You can see the chair there. I want you to zip up the sauna. That's the chair. Okay. There's the logo. See? Now that's the Black Pro model, and then we have the Silver Elite model. The Silver Elite model sells in 2024 till the end of the year, sells for $1,500 US, and the Black Sauna is $2,100 US, and it's got the embroidered logo in ivory, and that's what distinguishes it from the Silver Sauna. It's for rich Taiwanese who want to feel special, like becoming a member of the Harley Club. It also is twice as thick, so it does retain the heat more, although the heat is not It's not the heat, it's a far infrared sauna. It works by the light, and you can feel the heat increasing your body. And actually, your body skin does not increase in temperature, strangely enough. But so that's the difference. It reflects probably a little bit better. Far infrared energy is a light. It is reflected by a mirror. And that's why, see, the relaxed sauna is a $20,000 sauna. And it's 3 times more potent or therapeutic than any wooden $8,000 sauna. But it sells for $1,500 US right now in 2024, $1,700 US in 2025, and the black would be $2,100 in 2024 and $2,300 in 2025. So that's a difference. They both work. Again, I tell you, we have a digital, sophisticated temperature control device that controls the temperature, and that's called a zipper. So if you get too hot, you just, with your digit, you unzip the zipper, because after 22 minutes, I am so hot that either I have to be meditating or I have to be moving my body to be able to handle the heat. But the heat is not the therapy. It's the light. It's the resin. It's as Dr. Yamasaki said, it's the water vibrating with your water molecules. Now, if you go out to the outside where the sun is really hot, and you close your eyes, and you feel this deep, searing warmth throughout your whole core, that's what far infrared is. Dr. Gerald Pollack, author of The Fourth Phase of Water, says the far infrared light gives the plant the power to move and to bend. And so, in other words, the far infrared light is responsible for photosynthesis. It's also responsible, and very few people know this, for turtle eggs hatching, because the turtles bury their eggs in the ground 2 inches deep. The far infrared sun and the turtles have an agreement. You lay the egg, you protect it from predators, and I'll make sure it hatches. So the far infrared sun goes through the sand. The sand does not get hot and resonates with the water and turtle egg, increasing the temperature of the embryo, and thereby causing the embryo to grow into a turtle. That's infrared ray. Now there's near infrared and there's mid infrared and the infrared structure. The near infrared penetrates 1 to 2 millimeter. We have a study in Taiwan from 2004 where they compared the relaxed sauna table lamp. I don't have one here, but we're the only company, I believe, that makes a far infrared lamp with the same technology as our sauna that can stand alone as a therapeutic device. Our medical lamp is actually registered with the FDA as a medical device, and the radiator that's in the sauna on the bottom of the feet, the two of them, the far infrared lamp with only one of them is a medical device. So we use medical device technology in the relaxed sauna. We did not we did not register the sauna as a medical device, but the lamp with using the same technology is. Now there is an article on Reddit.com in February of 2017 where the guy bought 2 Amazon saunas, and he bought one for a couple $100, and he tested it, and it raised body temperature only 0.5 degree in 25 minutes, and the heart rate variability, no change at all. Then he bought a $500 Amazon sauna, suggesting that it's one of the best, and it had the same results. So because this guy had looked at the research on far infrared saunas, and there's a whole lot. As a matter of fact, we have a book that we sell called Infrared Illuminated, and there's about it. The lady who wrote the book has been using the relaxed sauna for 2 years. And recently she started putting her hair inside, or head inside, and her hair is growing like crazy now. So for those who want greater hair growth.
Let's fire it up. Okay, Paul, we'll set it for 20 minutes, brother. So
20 minutes?
It's a 20 minutes, a very simple device. It has a timer on it. And as Phil teaches everybody, you only have to turn, you never play with the timer. Once you put it on, if you get out earlier, just let it wind out. You don't want to play around with the timer because you could break it. So we'll simply set it for 20 minutes. And you can hear that the blowers are starting down low, and the switches here, as Phil was talking about. You can turn them on, one blower, two blower. Which blower, Phil, is the one for the medical one on the device?
It's the same radiator, so there's no difference in if you're concerned about sacrificing your health by buying the silver sauna. You're not. The silver sauna has the same radiator as the black relax sauna. Now the guy who studied the heart rate variability and what he did, he studied the two Amazon saunas, then he bought a relax sauna, and it increased body temperature 3.2 degrees in 25 minutes. And when he checked the heart rate variability, he could not believe the difference and how much more therapeutic the relax sauna was than all the research and all the other far infrared and infrared saunas studied in the research. He said, wow, my results were better. And he recommended it with cryotherapy or cold showers afterward, and said, I'd like to recommend the other saunas, but they don't get the therapeutic results. Now, we were at a nutrition show in Pittsburgh about a month ago, and this one doctor, chiropractor, got in. He said his heart rate variability before he got in was 50. When he was in the sauna, it went down to 36 or 30. And then when he got out of the sauna after 5 minutes, he said it was 136. He said of all the technologies, and a lot of them are very expensive, he's never seen any contraption, any device that could increase heart rate variability that much. And heart rate variability, for those who don't know, it's the greater the length between heartbeats is a healthy thing, and that's what it increases, because the relaxed sauna and all far infrared saunas, but the relaxed sauna even more so, because we give you the exact frequency, and that's very important. We activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So and that's what, again, increasing the body temperature does. And that's why, as I said, Hippocrates said, find me a way to create fever and sweat, and I will cure disease. So when you get a fever, what you're doing is you're activating the parasympathetic nervous system. You're going to detox the body. You're going to lower blood pressure, or you're going to increase circulation. That's going to lower blood pressure, get rid of inflammation and pain. You're going to flood the body with oxygen. According to a study we did in Chicago with a Dr. Broder, we not only increased heart rate variability way more than that $1,300 sauna, which we sent to them, but we also increased body temperature as well. But the heart rate variability was the standout. Oh my gosh. And we also increased body muscle oxygen 45%, which is unheard of in a sauna. Most saunas can't do it more than 20%, which is great. But 45% was beyond their expectations. And we also were able to not just activate the parasympathetic and get you into a space of getting rid of anxiety, getting rid of stress, but getting you into the now where there's no time. And my quasi definition of pain is the awareness of time. Have you ever hurried? Have you ever worried? Have you ever waited? All those are painful activities. And when you activate the parasympathetic and you just get into the now, there's no pain. And then the mitochondria, the energy producing cells of the body, can create nitric oxide and ATP, so you feel revitalized. And there's a detox specialist in Las Vegas who tells us on a video, we've got about 900 video interview testimonies on YouTube. Just do a search for relaxed sauna testimonials on YouTube, and we'll come up, and then go to our page, and then go to the videos, and they're all over. But what she says is that she had that $1,300 sauna. She had a higher dose blanket. She gave them both away. And before she got the relaxed sauna, she was telling us the $1,300 sauna is the bomb. But when she got in the relaxed sauna, oh my gosh, this is different. It's loving light. See, we have 100% loving light. That's the frequency between 7 and 14 microns. That's what Dr. Yamasaki says. That's the magical frequency. And see, people don't realize that all saunas are not alike. But what Angela said is it's relaxed sauna not only detoxified her in a way that was wow, but she felt revitalized afterwards, and the other saunas left her depleted. So it really, really makes a difference. The wavelength matters, and when you buy a vitamin B supplement, and let's have an imaginary website promoting and extolling the value of B12, and then say we're selling a complete B supplement, and do you order it when you get it? Well, there's so little B12 in it. So people are selling full spectrum saunas, infrared, near infrared saunas, but if they don't have the active ingredient, which is 7 to 14 micron. Now, why is 7 to 14 micron so special? Well, when you realize that the human body, mammals and birds all vibrate at 9.4 microns, and water is a far infrared molecule that vibrates at 8 microns. So we are far infrared light beings. My friend Daniel Brinkley says we're spiritual light beings, and I said yes, and we're also far infrared light beings as well. We shine far infrared light. When we hug someone, we can feel the warmth, the resonating light, and that's what the warm hug. So I don't know if you've experienced, either of you, when you go in the relaxed sauna, but I tell people at conferences to get them in, I said, it feels like your grandma's giving you a warm, loving hug. And if that get them in, I tell them it'll get rid of 50% to 100% of your pain without sweating in 5 to 7 minutes.
Well, the warmth rate now is absolutely wonderful. And Paul, do you want to talk to people a bit about this? Because you, once again, you brought this to my attention, you and Matt, and you have been raving about it. Tell people of the weight you've lost and everything else that it's benefited you from.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me, Chris. So first off, I want to let everyone know it was years ago I had broken my right ankle, and I was hovering on one foot for 6 months straight. When I went to the hospital to get the x-ray, and I normally don't do that, but I knew it was broken. You just knew, because I was playing hockey, I got hit hard. It was broken, busted on both sides. I let it heal naturally, but what happened was I was on one foot for 6 months. So what happened was my lower back, it was off balance. And every time I would sit, it would be very hard for me to sit, because being on one leg for 6 months, I'm telling you guys, it's not a beautiful thing. So I was trying to stretch out every day. I was trying everything, and I could not get the inflammation down. I tried even changing up my diet. I tried everything, and it didn't work. So when Matt brought this to my attention at MasterPeace, he told me, he's like, hey, you got to get one of these, and I'm telling you, it will literally revolutionize your health. And I'm like, at first, whenever I hear anything, I'm like, okay, let me put on the back burner. Yeah, that's just me. Let me put on the back burner. Everything's like, hyped up maybe, and just leave it. But it kept popping up. Dr. Robert Young was talking about it, kept popping up, till finally I'm like, you know what, Matt? Sure, let's get one of these for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get one. So I received it, and this was approximately 3 months ago. And another issue I had, which I was telling Philip before this broadcast, and by the way, this is 100% my testimony. I don't get paid to say this or anything like that. I just want my fellow man to experience, if not the same or better than what I've gotten. And I'm telling you, this changed my life, and I'll tell you how. I was stuck at my weight, and by the way, I eat raw living foods. I eat very clean. I was stuck at 195 pounds. And I recall back when I was in my 18, 19 to 25, I was always comfortable at 175 pounds. Now, I did a bunch of cleanses where you don't eat for a week and stuff like that, and my body seems to get back down to 175 when you're not eating anything but drinking enzymes and stuff like that. But the sad part is, the second I go back to eating, right back up to 195. And by the way, this wasn't something that I thought was going to happen. And I'll tell you, when I got in the first time with this, what you mentioned about grandma hugging you, that was, and right now it's winter, but I had this, it was still summer. It was just like this beautiful feeling. Like right now, I'm just feeling such a beautiful, and by the way, I hate heat. I'm a cold type of guy. I hate heat, but it's not the same type of heat that you would expect when you're going to, you know, a hot climate. It's just a beautiful, blissful heat type of feeling. Okay, I'll fast forward the story. But I got in, I'm like, okay, that's the first sign, so I can do this often. And I started off at like once a day. And what I noticed first was right when I would leave this, the pain was gone. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like relaxed and the pain was gone. And in the first few weeks, it was like the pain was gone, but throughout the day, it slowly comes back, which is what I noticed was the inflammation. But I'll tell you after about, and it was unreal. I'm telling you guys this, unreal. I'm saying this because this is when I called Chris. I'm like, Chris, you got to get a hold of one of these things. After a couple weeks, that pain in my lower back and the ability to sit and also stand because my body was off balance, gone. It was gone. And I'm like, there's no way. So I also started to look at my weight. 195, 194, 193, 192, 191, 190. And I'll tell you, when it hit that 190 mark, I was like, am I going to get into the 180s? And I did, all the way down in now, back to my 175. It's just been, I'm telling you guys, this is not me trying to promote anything. It's unreal what it did. It got the weight down. And I seem to be back at my 175, 176, 178, 177, 176, 175, just in that 175, 178 range. And I am taking MasterPeace religiously. I am eating very clean and healthy, raw living foods for like 98% of my diet. And I'm doing this religiously. Once a day for sure. I miss only one day in 3 months. In many days, it feels so good if time permits. That's really an excuse. I could get in here more than once every day, but many times it's doing it 2 times a day, and I'm just because I want to, and it feels great. Being it's winter out now, when you go in, it's just like that warm feeling again.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely awesome, Paul. Like I said, I've only had it for almost 2 weeks now, and I can say this to you, Phil. I mean, saying that it's your grandmother wrapping her arms around you is an understatement. It is such a wonderful warmth. And this has been the big thing for me. I've already started to notice in 10 days, the weight's starting to fall off me. I sit in for 30 minutes and I am just like a rotisserie chicken by the end. I've got a little bit of water here that I like to drink during, which really helps keep you hydrated. But I wanted to say still, you know, this technology, I didn't realize until I was talking to you afterwards that it's not about like your normal conventional sauna. This is more based because of the frequencies that are being used. And I can also attest to what Paul said. The weight is starting to fall off for me. I'm not eating as good as Paul is, so I'm going to be the guinea pig from the guy that just eats how he likes to eat, all the same old crap, you know, pizza the odd time, this and that. But I'll tell you, I feel $1,000,000, Phil, and I just want to tell you now before I forget, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for this technology, because this is incredible. And I don't pump or dump and sell anything on my shows, Phil. I'll turn it back over to you to educate people more about it. But the feeling, and while I'm in this, is incredible. I had 2 people here from Ottawa at the top of this week that were getting firefly treatments from me. I said, hey, jump in the sun. And the one woman, the wife, she says, well, I don't sweat, Christopher. Well, she sweat, and they loved it. So you're probably going to get a couple more orders there. But I'll turn it back over to you, Phil, based on what you've heard here of what we should still be focusing on, so people understand the really incredible beauty of this package.
I have been using and promoting the Relax Sauna since 2002. That means I've been using it for 22 years, almost every day. I've missed, a couple days a month. My ex-wife, Jana, she has missed 13 days. She's like you, Paul. She's missed 13 days and 13 years of using the sauna. It's like a rare day, like once a year she'll miss using the sauna, because she was left for dead when I met her at a Kelowna conference. I mean, and it just totally transformed her health. So she's been a very vocal. I mean, there are so many individuals who help me at conferences. Sometimes we do 10 or 12 conferences a weekend, usually 3 or 4. And everyone who works at conferences for me has had phenomenal, life-changing experiences with the relaxed sauna. And that's why they're so enthusiastic. That's why they're so passionate. You just, once you experience a great freedom, I mean, I had an out-of-body experience in 1971. And when you had that experience, all you wanted to do is let people know that they too could experience a greater sense of well-beingness. And so, what you were saying, Christopher, the relaxed sauna, is it feels like your grandma's giving you a big loving hug. And if you want to take it to another level, it feels like you're almost basking in divine love. I call it a step down version of divine love in a box.
Yeah. Can you touch on, Phil, I was surprised with this too, because this is not your conventional sauna, as Phil was talking about, and this is based on frequencies, which we talk a lot about on my broadcast. Can you share with people why they can also quickly before bed, they can get it with their clothes on for 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, a lot of times I get in for 10 minutes, and then if it's before bed, a lot of times I'm tired and I fall asleep, and then when it reaches 10 or 11 or 12 minutes, it wakes me up because it's too hot, and then I have the choice of either doing a shower or just going into bed. But boy, when you wake up in the morning, you feel so much more clear, and when you do wake in the morning, if you didn't use it the night before, it puts a cup of coffee to shame in the morning. I'll drink about 8 to 12 ounces of water first thing in the morning when I get up, go in the relaxed sauna, and in 20 minutes, I've had the most profuse sweat in my life. There is no finished sauna. No, there's an author of the book, No Sweat, No Sweat, which by Dr. Bill Akpenar. He's a cancer doctor in New York City, and he's also a Qigong master, and he promotes the relaxed sauna. He's one of the people who introduced us to the book, the Science of Far Infrared Therapy, where she talks about the incredible benefits. Far infrared light, she says, also antidotes sunburn, and it antidotes EMF, which is electromagnetic frequencies. And a friend of mine in Oklahoma, he's got about 12 EMF protecting devices. And then he said the relaxed sauna works better than all of them in terms of counteracting microwave EMF. A good example of microwave EMF is a cell phone, but or Wi-Fi, and these are about 100 times more dangerous than any household appliance EMF. We have 4 people in Southern California and Arizona. They go into the houses to make them EMF safe, and they all have relaxed saunas in their home. Dr. Klinghardt, who lives in Washington State, he's from Germany. He's probably the renowned. He's one who introduced the dangers of microwave EMF to the Western world. And his partner at a conference, at an autism conference, took the relaxed sauna up to her room. And in one session, her elbow pain she'd had for a year was gone. And they have access to all the greatest technologies. So the relaxed sauna, again, it took 10 years for the relaxed sauna company from 1987 to 1997 to figure out a way to give you that spa-like kind of feeling that you would have when you go to the healing springs in southern Japan. And that's because there's a preponderance of far infrared ray energy there. Again, it's the exact frequency. That's why, I mean, we have sold hundreds, maybe thousands of saunas to people who have $8,000 wooden saunas in their homes and don't use them. Because, and there's people who go to gyms and use the finished saunas. The finished saunas work with heat, and the infrared saunas, the wooden, they work with energy medicine. But both Andrew Huberman and Rhonda Patrick, who talk about the finished saunas and getting temperatures up to 200 degrees, 210, and creating heat shock proteins, they say that the wooden infrared saunas can't raise body temperature as much as the finished saunas at that extreme level. But guess what? The relaxed sauna can, keeping the temperature between 135 and 145. We can increase body temperature more than but these people, Dr. Patrick and Dr. Huberman, we're trying to, it's really hard sometimes when people have their set belief, their set way, their set data to make that step, to let go of a belief, to you know, a lot of, let's see, you know, you're a slave to your beliefs. And if people believe that the wooden saunas are better, there's not much you can do, and unless a good friend of them says, hey, you got to check out this relaxed sauna. It's beyond belief. See, we're going beyond belief to experience. So
Well, I can tell you right now, Phil, I'm sweating like a pig in here.
yeah,
And the thing that I absolutely love about this is I can't stand a sauna. You go in and you're breathing in that hot air. My head is outside of this unit. I've got the window open here. It's a beautiful day. So I just feel fantastic. You should see how much I'm sweating underneath here. How about you, Paul?
Absolutely drenched from my back, my shoulders, my chest. It's just drenched. And that's one thing I wanted to add too is I work a lot behind my computer. And many times I just get engulfed in it. It's not a good thing, but I get engulfed in it and I forget to go and exercise. So I'm not sweating. Well, this has helped me when those days that I come in here, it's like as if I played hockey for 4 hours. I'm not kidding you guys in how much you actually sweat. Like it's just a beautiful thing. And as Dr. Robert says, is that's one way we actually get rid of our poisons is through sweating, respiration. So it's just a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yep. Well, the papers that Phil has on his website, you want to give them your website name, Phil?
yeah, it's Relax Saunas with an S, relaxsaunas.com. There's a website where we have a lot of technological information and doctors. It's called relaxsaunas.com/superior. And I think, I don't know, but we will give you a link that you can give people that will go directly to the Relax Sauna page.
Awesome.
Also, but the Relax Sauna is able to do things that other saunas can't. Again, you need to remember that the frequency is important, just like you talked about, Christopher. The frequency, and then again, you want it to resonate with human energy, with our body. See, if it's the same energy as us, water's 8, we're 9.4, we give you 7 to 14, it's not going to be resisted. It's going to be absorbed because we can't tell it's there because it's us. It's the same frequency. So that's why that Harvard MIT report we got said that the relaxed sauna penetrates 3.5 times more intensity than the $1,300 sauna and 4.5 times the Amazon sauna. So the relaxed sauna is also portable. It takes 10 to 30 seconds to feel toasty, 8 minutes generally to start sweating, 15 minutes you're dripping, 20 minutes you're totally drenched. No wooden sauna in an hour can do what this does in terms of the sweating, but it's not just the sweating, because you can go play basketball for an hour and sweat like crazy, and it's not going to affect your Lyme disease symptoms. It's the increasing of the body temperature. It's the increasing of the heart rate variability, the activation of the sympathetic. And there are hundreds of studies on far infrared therapy, and there are other energy medicine technologies. There's red light therapy. There's people, that's like a fad. Everyone's talking about red light. People are talking about near infrared light. Near infrared light penetrates 1 to 2 millimeters. There's a book, an excellent book by Dr. Ari Whitten about red light therapy. and it's not either or, it's both. You know, he interviewed one of my people, and he sold over 100 relaxed saunas on that one 45-minute interview. And he's the one that wrote the book on red light therapy. So it's not red light is good, far infrared is bad, or vice versa. They're both good. Red light and near infrared have benefits, but the difference between far infrared therapy and any other technology, microcurrent, PEMF, you know, whatever there is, the far infrared saunas resonate with the water molecules and vibrate the water molecules, get them to pulsate, increase body temperature, and no other technology device they use with chemical or photo energy. We deal with oscillatory of vibration. Everything vibrates, and you know, like it's like chanting. It vibrates. It changes your auric field, and so when I started meditating way back in the early 70s, I would get like this and my whole body would tingle and all this. And I said, oh my gosh, this is a step down version of divine love. It really is, because you can feel the tingling in your cells. You can feel, and a lot of times you'll get hot in an elbow or a wrist or an arm or a shoulder or a knee. And then you'll want to, so I'll have the towel that I sit on. See, I sit on a folded towel is on the chair, and then I drape another towel. So I'll put the towel over my knee, and it won't burn anymore. But the other day I was touching it. My knee isn't even hot, but it's burning inside, and that's because it's cleansing and purifying and pushing and getting your circulation moving and creating dynamic energy, not static energy, and increases circulation, because a stagnant pond is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. If you have stagnant areas of your body, that's a breeding ground for mold and bacteria. We have 5 cancer clinics who sell the Relax Sauna to their patients after they visit their facilities. We have hundreds of doctors who treat Lyme disease. We have 16 video testimonies on Lyme disease alone. We have dozens of testimonies, hundreds, but almost every sauna out there, we have a testimony from someone saying, I had that sauna, it was great, I loved it, but it doesn't do what the Relax Sauna does. It's not portable. The Relax Sauna travels in a carrying case. I don't have a picture of it here.
That is something I wanted to add to that. See, I'm not good with construction, building. Chris is better than me. Well, yeah. Chris is amazing at it, not me. I put this thing together in like 5 minutes. It's such a breeze. That was a big fear I had. I know a lot of people may laugh at that, but for you guys who are not like handy with like construction work, I put this thing up and like it's very simple. Worry not about that.
You can tear it down in 2 minutes, and you can put it in the carrying case, and then the radiator fits in there, and the sauna fits in there, and it weighs 18 pounds. And then if you want to take the chair with you on the plane, if you get a Samsonite suitcase, 21 inches wide, the chair will fit also. Otherwise, the sauna will fit in any suitcase. The tent folds into like about a 22-inch square. If you fold it, it'll fit in any sauna. In any suitcase, and the radiator as well. So it's very, very travel friendly. And all other saunas that I've seen would cost you $150 on the plane to take. And the Relax Sauna, especially if you do Southwest, is free. Otherwise, it's just one regular suitcase, or use a convention chair at a hotel and bring just the tent. But it's always in my hotel room, because that's when I really need the sauna, when I'm traveling. If you want to get rid of jet lag, the Relax Sauna is your best friend, and it's one of my aces in the hole. I used to do hot baths all the time, and I don't need to anymore, because the Relax Sauna gets the job done much quicker, much less mess. You know how the Relax Sauna works, by the way? It deals with energy medicine, and its frequency. It's a light that you can't see. Again, it's the far infrared light, and Dr. Sherry Rogers wrote a book called Detoxify or Die. She's an environmental medical doctor. It's a classic. It spawned the far infrared sauna industry, and people with multi-chemical sensitivities and people with environmental concerns were left to dead by the medical establishment. They came to Dr. Sherry Rogers in the late 1990s. She got them all back to healthy using far infrared saunas. Again, it was far infrared saunas. And she says that she even points out that we as humans vibrate at 9.4 microns, and that is the frequency. And she calls them the superior saunas. Now, we had a lady, Karen Russell, in 2007. She had 2.5 years of her blood reports coming back way overdosed on mercury and on lead. And she was talking to Dr. Doris Rapp at a conference, and Doris had written the book Our Toxic World, and she said go see Phil, because she didn't know what kind of sauna to use. She'd been recommended for years. You know, there's so many things out there. Again, not all saunas are alike. It's the active ingredient, 7 to 14 micron. That's why the relaxed sauna works when others don't. But basically, what she did, she got the relaxed sauna, and in 1 month, her blood reports came back. The lead and mercury were both normal.
Awesome.
Also, she lost 65% of her cellulite. Her skin was now no longer dry and was vibrant. I mean, people tell me that my skin looks pretty good for an old man. Though I never ask people how old they are. I ask them how young they are.
That's right.
Well, I can tell you I'm sweating like a pig here. My session's ended here at 20 minutes. So, you know, Phil, I'll give you the last words here, but if you want, Phil has reached out. He's offered a discount for people if you wish to buy it. It'll last till January the 1st, because I believe Phil said that the units are going up. It's AWC 100. That's the product code that you can use, and that will get you $100 off this unit. So I'll leave the last word with you.
That's at relaxsaunas.com. When you go to checkout, then it'll ask for a discount code, and use the code AWC100. But I wanted to also point out, we did a study in Taiwan. The relaxed sauna, again, was measured by them between 7 and 14 microns by some university. Did a study, and they were able to get lead out of the cells of pigs. And there was a study done in 2004 showing that the little relaxed table lamp was able to significantly increase penetration and circulation increase than the near-infrared light bulb in pigs and mice and humans. So the fact that we got lead out of pig cells is like saying we can get it out of human cells as well. And it's like, I'm so glad to be able to be on your podcast. Again, my name is Philip Wilson, and I live in Las Vegas now, way far from you guys, where it is warm, but it's not warm now. It's cold in the winter. Well, not cold, it doesn't snow, but it's not 100 degrees. That's here I am. I'm promoting the relaxed sauna, and I'm living in Las Vegas, and I still use it every day. There's no sauna that works as well, and it's got a 30-day money back guarantee, and people don't return it, because if they did, they would not be able to use it the next day. Wouldn't you be a mess, Paul?
I would never. I knew what you're going to ask right away. I would never in a million years. And it's because it's natural. When you get in and you start to get the results, naturally, it just doesn't make sense. Nobody would say, hey, I want to feel worse than I felt the day before. So it's a no-brainer. I get why nobody would return it.
We've just rebranded. It'll be brought out in about 3-4 days. But basically, we say, experience the difference, feel the momentum. This is pure loving light because it resonates with you. Other saunas, as good as they are, and I've seen testimonies from all other saunas that have a great analogy for that. You live 5 miles from a grocery store, and someone gives you a bicycle, and you are so damn excited because it makes your grocery store trip so much more pleasant. When you're given a Mercedes, you can even take the groceries back, and the ride is a lot more comfortable. So we're the Mercedes. All the other saunas are great. They're all beneficial. You cannot go wrong. But a lot of times with mold toxicity or with getting rid of extreme chronic pain, the relaxed sauna will work when others don't. So if you find that, and again, the 45-minute, 30 to 20 to 45 minute waiting period for most of the saunas before it preheats. That's why we can do the 5 to 7 minute treatments that no one else can, because it takes 30 seconds to preheat. So, and again, we use semiconductor chip technology. It's a good product. It's a solid product. The company in Taiwan, not China, has been in business for 44 years. They use semiconductor chips. It's the only computer technology sauna, and it can transform get a hold of this. It can transform your house into a home, because where there's a home, there's a hearth, a place of warmth. And just like the washing machine, this is me finishing up, the water goes in and cleanses every fiber of the clothes. The light, the invisible light, goes in your body and cleanses every cell of your body, and you feel cleansed, you feel purified, and you know, we've got so many happy campers who say this is it, this is your dream. It will also make all other energy medicine devices, ozone, hyperbaric oxygen. The Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, had us send 2 saunas to their. They've been buying the Relax sauna from us for 3 years, but they used it in Korea. They used it at Met City Field during the championship, and they take it with them on away games. They have it in the hotel room. People sleep better. They have greater performance, greater recovery. You do it 7 minutes before a workout, and after a workout, 20-25 minutes does the trick. And we've got many professional athletes, many people with chronic pain, many people who they come home from work, they're in a little pain, they get it, and whole families use it. People they've got 8-year-olds, they've had the sauna for 8 years, and everyone in their family, it's like, you know, the kids would say, well, can I go into your relaxed sauna at your house? What's that? You don't have a relaxed sauna at your home? I thought all houses did. You got a TV, you got a refrigerator, a stove, a washing machine. Where's your relaxed sauna? So anyway, you know, we can get, you know, humorous about anything, but it really does the job. And I'm so thankful again to be able to be on your podcast. And I just, it always warms my heart when I get another story, when we go to shows and people come back. I've had it for 3 years. That's why we get all these interviews. Can I interview you? Yeah, okay. And like both of you, your own experiences, that's what, when you share, this is what happened to me. I don't know why, you know, but it feels damn good. And I, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically, I feel tuned in. I mean, my whole life is transformed. Not just the house, but our bodies are transformed in 3 days to 3 weeks.
And I don't have to take a nap during the day anymore. I'll tell you, that was another thing. And the one last thing I will point out is the maintenance. It's so easy. That was my big fear. I'm like, is this going to be a big maintenance thing? Nope. Wipe her down, turn it on 5 minutes. That's what I do. And
yeah,
good to go.
After you sweat, you take the towels out if you want, or leave them in and they dry. I turn it on for 5-10 minutes and it self-cleans.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Legal in all 50 states and in Canada, legal.
Well, I can't thank you enough for this, Phil. Like I said, people who know me, I don't pump or dump anything, and this has been a game changer already for me. I've always loved saunas, but I couldn't stand sitting in them and breathing in the heat. This is the best of both worlds, and if you cannot see, I am sweating still like crazy here, so I'm looking forward to my cold shower that I'm going to have after this. And from my heart to yours, Phil and Paul, thank you so much for being with me here today. Again, the product code, if you guys want to get a discount, again, I hope everyone will reach out to this. To have a sauna in your home, you don't have to pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for this thing. It hovers around $2,100. The Relax version that I have here, US, and the silver unit that Paul has. How much is that one, Phil?
Well, that one's $1,500 in 2024. The new price will be $1,700 in 2025, and the one you're in, Christopher, is $2,100 now. The price, we haven't raised the price in 3 years, and it's going up to $2,300 in January.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Phil, for everything. I'll put all the links down below so people can find the website and the amazing information and knowledge that's going to be shared with you. I love you both from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to seeing you both on the other side in the very near future.
Thanks, Philip. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Chris.
Godspeed.